Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to the Little Reader's house. I'm the Little Reader, also known as Amanda, and you have found your way into my house, into my home, where you are so very welcome. Exactly as you are. No editing, no shifting, no changing, not even any growth or spirituality required. In fact, it is an encouragement, both from myself, as the Little Reader, and from Spirit, who we will be channeling momentarily, to leave all preconceived notions at the door, darling. In my room, the door's right there. But wherever yours is, take a look around, identify it, leave everything there. Who are you? What's your name? For the next little bit of time, we don't even know. Where do you come from? What do you believe? What do you think is true? What do you think is false? No idea. In this moment, for this session, for this transmission, everything is up in the air. Much like these crystals, which are up in the air with the help of my hands, there's this beautiful mystery. Teeny tiny little egg. I believe it's a venturine. It was a gift from a dear, 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 dear soul. Look at that little baby. Could be some kind of agate, too. But it's giving, as the kids say, a venturine. And we have this beautiful aquamarine. Little chunk. So these two are in the house today, along with a beautiful helicopter right outside my window. They don't know I'm here, dearie. No, I don't think I'm the one they're looking for. Let's get channeling. Let's see what's going on. Feel free to breathe with me while you're here. Why not just flutter down those eyes and hit that pipe of fresh oxygen? Make it loud. Make it audible. As if inhaling were pouring more love into the vessel. And then you can flutter your eyes open whenever you're ready, or leave them closed, your call. And as I squeeze these stones and crack my toe, if you heard that, love begins to bubble up. Love. The love of others. What is the role of other people in our lives, truly? What is their role? Whether it's the people in the helicopters outside searching for us, whether it is the strangers that we meet, and when I say meet, that is loose, that we move past in public spaces, whether it is the dearest souls, like the one who gifted me this glorious little huevo, the dearest souls that are precious to us like treasure. We hoard them like a dragon hoards gold. Whether it is the family members who we wish we could just eject from the aircraft, obviously with a parachute. Come on now. Whether we feel love toward these people, or whether we feel intense desire for space at the mere thought of them. What is their role? What's the purpose of it all? What's the approach? How do we optimize? Well, yeah, the mind is full of questions. Hello, beautiful mind. Welcome to the party. How do we approach folks in our lives? And Spirit's taking a different tact today. We're not discussing, oh, they're all you and you're all them, and, there's really no difference and it's all unconscious patterning and they're here to teach. Consider all of that gently placed in the corner for today, under the same precedent that we are emptying our minds of any preconceived notions, even the most lofty, quote-unquote loving, spiritual one. Oh, there are brothers, there are sisters, there are non-binary siblings and friends. We're meant to love everyone. Just take it all and just kiss it, recycle it into a bird that flies away. Goodbye. Goodbye. This is new paradigm. So what does Spirit have to say about that? Whoa. Is there a word like mage? M-A-G-E? Does such a word exist? I'm tempted to Google it, but I'm going to rely on you, my sweet friend. For the record, quick little reader insertion. You are a genius. Some of the comments that have appeared educating this little forum on this and that, so wonderful. For example, peach selenite is natural. Someone taught me that in the comments. So please, keep lifting me up. Keep lifting the little reader up. It's very appreciated. Now, back to Spirit. Mage, poets, wizards. This is what's coming through. I'm going to set these down so that I can go into full talk with my hands. So this egg is a little difficult to set down. Also, left nostril itching. Someone interpret that. Okay. It's not moving. Spirit presents, invites the following to beautiful you, my sweet friend. I would like to invite you to begin to look at those in your life, strangers, well-known, neutral, beloved, repulsed by, however they fall, however they land. I would like to invite you, Spirit says, to witness them as magic. This is where, and again, I'm not sure if mage is a word, M-A-G-E. It's coming from somewhere. Wizards, mystics. Can you witness the human beings in your life as magical? And there's a heavy emphasis on this wizardry vibe. Individuals with wands and hats and robes. No matter how the mind has judged them to be previously, no matter how the mind has hit the gavel down and been like, yeah, no, you're annoying, you're cool, you're dumb, you're smart. Put it all aside. Oh, I feel love for you. I feel loathing for you. I feel pretty base neutral for you. Whatevs. All of that can be witnessed. Spirit's not saying, stop judging, stop doing anything. In fact, Spirit's never commanding. The word should is not in Spirit's vocabulary, interestingly. But there is an invitation. Take my hand. Contemplate the offering I'm making to experience the beings in your life as magical. And the value of doing this is immense in that it will unlock in each being that you interact with their magic. It will unlock in each being that you witness their most deeply held wisdom. It will unlock in each being that you witness their power. So how do we do it? How do we do it? There's no elevating them above you, and there's no pushing them below you. So Spirit's premier instruction is to understand this. Their value is the same as yours, identically. So we approach each being with this agreement in our heart. You and I are one. You and I are equal. You and I measure up to the exact same line with no fraction of difference between us. The next element of this is to bring in something that we discussed recently in a transmission titled Awakening the Crone. And that is, in some ways, building a beautiful foundation for this very practice. An emphasis on curiosity. When we enter in with the emotional state of curiosity bubbling within us, the mind is able to relax. Suddenly, things aren't personal anymore. Suddenly, there aren't any threats. Opportunities for judgment decrease, because curiosity also is a silent agreement. And it builds on the first. You're not superior to me. You're not inferior to me. And yet, we are both expressing different universes, different magics. So can I witness yours? May I witness yours? Agenda free. I don't have to take it and learn from it. Oh, I gotta take this and make it part of myself. Any learning that occurs is organic, is natural, is unforced. Happens by osmosis. The agreement of curiosity within the heart just opens doors and then allows anything that comes through to be witnessed and released seamlessly. Witnessed and released. And then to witness that magic is the third and final agreement here. Which is that anything that I see come out of you or come from you stems from the same identical white light animating me. Anything that comes out of you, anything that comes from you, any action you do originates from the exact same white light emanating right here from me. A light that we share. Therefore, it must be magical. And then we don't add any other presuppositions to that. Well, it must be magical, so it must be better than me. No. It must be magical, so it must be okay, even if there's like something abusive or destructive to it. No. Mm-mm. Well, if it's magical and it comes from the same white light, then maybe I have to mend myself, mold myself to it. No. Mm-mm. No. We're witnessing. We're curiously witnessing. We're curiously witnessing magic. Safe within ourselves. Spirit also wants us to recognize other beings as magical, to understand that they are existing in their own wonderful wizarding world. Is that a Harry Potter reference? Their magic is unique. It's for them. Their thinking processes, their patterns are unique. They're for them. Their actions are unique. They're for them. And it's precisely why the boundary of separation exists between us, because while that white light is shared and we acknowledge it, that grants us the ability to respect the difference in form between us. I have a white light that animates me. You have a white light that animates you. We have equal access to the same power, respect. And by virtue of this respect, there's also no need to evangelize, no need to change, no need to heal, no need to shift. So while some may get in the presence of another magical being and say, okay, now that means I need to change, others get in the presence of another magical being and say, you need to change. And Spirit says, don't go changing. I don't know if that's the actual way that song goes, but that is what Spirit's saying is, how about nobody change? How about we just, and then, and Spirit says, how about you allow me, the white light animating, to do the changing, and you, the witness, the observer, to do the witnessing. But do the witnessing, be the witnessing, with a playful, gentle, curious, respectful position. This tool is another lens. Just like awakening the way of the crone allows us to dive more deeply and lean more deeply into a non-judgmental awareness. Awakening the wizarding perspective to see the other humans in our lives as alchemists, all in their own laboratory tinkering, allows us to lean more deeply into connection, lean more deeply into intimacy, drops off so much of the threat that someone's either going to attack us or that we're going to attack them. They'll try to change us or we'll try to change them. Spirit says, what if everyone is an expert in their own field? We touched on this in a recent transmission titled, You Are the All-in-One. What if everyone is an expert in their own field? We don't need to intellectualize that, because the mind will quickly come in swinging with the baseball bat of judgment, looking for a home run, saying, yeah, little reader, I can point out a few people. And the only field they're expert-ing in is the field of immense failure. Thank you, mind. Appreciate you for that. Working that judgment flex. Noted. Thank you. This approach disarms the mind. lays down the baseball bat. Makes you the ball instead. All right. Then we will reveal this. It's time. The experience of the human life is shifting. Isn't it always, little reader? Why, yes, of course it is, my dear friend. But here's how it's shifting right now. There is nowhere to run, and there is nowhere to escape from intimacy, connection. In fact, the very first transmission that kicked off these daily transmissions some time ago was titled, "Yes, You Are Becoming Telepathic." And it was the seed of this very moment. Walls between others are lowering rapidly. Hearts are coming to the fore. Those individuals who are visiting their hearts, who are spending time in their hearts, who are building relationship with their hearts. Patreon, down below, it's $1. Join and learn. Are in this place where they have been preparing for this. You, my sweet friend, may very well be one such soul. You may also not be. This may be news to you. Heart, realm, intimacy? What the hell is that? Understood, beautiful soul. Know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You've done nothing wrong. You are primed and ready and prepared, even if you don't feel as such, whether you've done quote-unquote work, done quote-unquote practice, or are just fresh to the scene and were somehow born this morning and still understand these words. It's possible. Because these walls are coming down so rapidly, there will be in a few months' time even, for some even sooner than that, truly no place to hide in terms of the rawness of the emotional human experience. A few years ago, it was possible to bury oneself in distractions, entertainment, consuming of substances, solids, liquids, gases, pills, what am I missing? Smoke, chemicals of all kinds, you name it, it was there. Those tools were available for a time. They allowed a significant portion of the human population to survive through some intense shifts. I'm sure you can think of some recent global events that you can point at that were shared by the entire population of Earth, that initiated and pushed and pressed and applied pressure to the human experience in so many ways. The reason that this message is so relevant is because there will be nowhere left to hide very soon. There will be no other corners in the mind that are not being touched by the heart because of the rate at which so many hearts are cracking open. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And those who are leading the charge, again, that could be you, my friend. You know it. Because it has been a visceral, intense, all-consuming journey on an emotional level through the human world quite recently. For this reason, it is imperative from Spirit's perspective that we begin to look at other beings with this level of curiosity, respect, and wonder. Wonder. Another W word, wizarding, world, wonder. There's this Strong W energy. Someone who knows something about letters? Let me know. What does it mean? Intimacy is a non-negotiable part of the human experience now. So by allowing yourself the opportunity to witness others in this way, and doing that thing we talk about it in this house all the time. I was going to say we love to practice, but the word is actually practice. By developing a practice of doing this, you are preparing yourself for go time. Now, it just so happens to be go time now. This is what Spirit wants you to know, is that it's go time now. And go time is only going to become more intense. It'll be less of an invitation and more of a get on board. Get on board now. As linear time continues to unfold, we are shifting to the heart in a very glorious and intense fashion. And we are seeing now in every area this beautiful melding of the mind and heart. This is why Spirit gives us such a tool as, okay, take this approach, apply this lens. It's a way of bridging the mind to the heart. There will come a time, sweet soul, when you don't need a lens. You don't need a directive. You witness intimacy with such intensity and passion and curiosity because you're living through the place of the heart. There is no other choice. It comes to you as naturally as breathing. That is your destiny. That's your future. That's what Spirit wants you to know, that there will be a time when you do what we're talking about here, not as a curiosity or as a sweet little spiritual thing that just, well, I do it because, love and stuff. It will be necessary to survive here, to live, to make it. That is what Spirit wants you to know. And even further, a step. There will come a time when you are keenly aware, not as a belief, not as a thought, not as some cutesy idea. You will know it in every cell of your body, that what happens to any member of the collective on this planet, any member of humanity, happens to you. The way you approach any member of humanity will directly affect you with immediacy. The way you respond to any other member of humanity will touch you and affect you undeniably, simultaneously. So in preparation for the intensity of that experience, which is coming to a planet near you that you happen to live on, we practice now. Now. It's the invitation because you're ready, because you're primed, because it's your time to bloom, because it's your time to experience the magic, the role of every other human being in your life as magical, so that all that magic can be funneled to the realm of heart. Doing this creates a very real web, a very real network that the physical eyes can't typically perceive, but the non-physical one can. And if you could see what happens when you witness another human being in this way, with wonder, and you connect your realm of heart to their realm of heart, this web of, much like a spider web, lines and links is created. And if you were to look from up there down here, it would be like this network spreading. And what that network of light does is offer so much bliss, so much connection, so much beautiful intimacy, so much honesty. It enriches the human experience. And for those who aren't quite ready to make the jump to identifying fully as awareness, which is where we're headed, but all in good time. For those who aren't ready to abandon like human, I'm white light, that can take a little bit. That's not everyone's immediate destiny to realize yourself as enlightened this year. But what it is everyone's destiny to do is feel the bliss of being alive. Feel the bliss. And that begins with this mutual respect, this mutual curiosity. The wonder. The wonder of witnessing the magicians around you. And looking at them with love. Yeah. Yes. So, if you want help to get into this realm of heart, you know what to do. Link down there, $1.11. Let's start a 30-day meditation journey together. It's already there waiting for you. If you already know how to practice and tap in, then tap in. Start tapping. And if you're here, just to anchor the light, if you're telepathically picking up what I'm putting down, I thank you. I thank you for whatever reason you showed up, for whatever need you do or don't have. Because when I look into this lens, I do see a magician. I see a wizard. I see a creator. I see a whole, complete being that inspires me to get back down here every day. Just so I could have a shot at sharing a moment with you. So thank you. Until we meet again, I'm sending you all the love I've got, beautiful soul. Always more, never less. Because you are so very worthy of it.